The Boov, an extraterrestrial race, are skilled at escaping danger and are currently fleeing from their rivals, the Gorg. Seeking refuge, they have taken over Earth, led by Captain Smek, and relocated the human population to other areas. Meanwhile, one of the Boov, who possesses a curious and adventurous nature, throws a housewarming party that is unfortunately ignored by his fellow Boov, leaving him feeling lonely. In close proximity to there is a teenage girl called Tip, who, due to the invasion, has been separated from her mother Lucy. Tip has developed a dislike for the Boov, as they are responsible for the separation, and lives with her pet cat Pig. When a Boov unexpectedly enters Tip's home, she decides to escape, taking her car and embarking on a quest to locate her mother. Rushes into the street to seek out Kyle, a Boov officer, despite the fact that he, like most Boovs, despises invites Kyle to his party and sends a group invitation to all Boovs on Earth, but accidentally clicks reply all, which sends the invitation to everyone in the universe, including their enemies, the Gorgs. The Boovs become anxious and label as a criminal. Barely manages to escape and dashes into a convenience store where he comes across Tip and Pig. However, when Tip realizes that is a Boov, she traps him in the fridge using a broom and decides to leave him there. Nonetheless, when her vehicle fails to start, offers to repair it, and Tip eventually agrees. Transforms it into a hovercraft that runs on slushies. Tip agrees to let accompany her to Paris, where they must go to the Boov command center to locate her mother. Captain Smek calls upon the most intelligent Boov to devise a plan to prevent invitation from reaching the Gorg within 30 hours. Despite several futile suggestions, one of the bright Boov proposes deleting the invitation, but Smek claims credit for the idea. The Boovs discover that they cannot access email account since his password is unlike any other, which is password. As a result, Smek sends Kyle to locate and detain him. Tip and make a stop at a petrol station where attempts to modify the car's GPS to navigate to Antarctica, far away from any Boov. Kyle arrives and attempts to apprehend but Tip returns and pushes some boxes on him to deter him. Tip confronts when she realizes he was considering abandoning her and going back on his word. She fastens him to the passenger seat and pilots the vehicle herself, evading Kyle and crossing the ocean. While traveling, Tip shares her preferred music with causing him to feel an overwhelming urge to dance. It becomes so intense that he leaps into the ocean to cool down his core. Tip anxiously waits for hours until emerges. She scolds him for causing her anxiety. Realizes that Tip, like him, is already lonely without her mother. They both decide to cooperate, and they open up to each other for the remainder of the journey. The duo reaches Paris and locates the Boov command center situated within the floating Eiffel Tower. As the smart Boov try to crack password, he manages to access it himself and delete the message before it can reach the Gorg. Then connects Tip's brain to help him locate Lucy, and they discover she's in Australia searching for her daughter. Overjoyed, Tip embraces The other Boov arrive and attempt to capture but Tip manipulates the gravity system, causing the tower to flip, and they escape in the car towards Australia. When they wake up, they see other Boov fleeing in terror as a Gorg ship approaches. Tip and take down the ship, but they lose their slushy fuel in the process. Suggests they repair the car with Gorg technology from the fallen drone, which they retrieve along with a special chip that he uses to fix the car. Upon arriving in Australia, Tip and spot the Boov fleeing to their mothership. Tip rushes towards her mother, but pulls her towards the ship for safety. Lies and claims that Lucy is on the ship, but Tip sees through his deception and accuses him of breaking his promise. Heartbroken, heads back to the ship alone. The Gorg approach and the Boov panic. Uses the Gorg chip to fly the ship further away from the Gorg, surprising the Boov. Smek, the captain, is furious and reminds everyone of his authority. Defies him, revealing that everything Smek said about humans was a lie, and that he's a bad captain. Smek orders to be erased, but Kyle intervenes and gives the shusher, making him the new captain. Although hesitant at first, knows what he must do next. Tip searches everywhere for her mother, but her efforts are in vain. Disheartened, She retreats to a corner and breaks down. O comes back to her and aids in the search for Lucy. Eventually, they locate her and are reunited. Tip and Lucy express their gratitude to O. However, the Gorg mothership arrives on the planet. O realizes that they want the rock on Smek's shusher, which Smek had taken from them earlier. O rushes to the ship to get its attention, leaving Tip and Lucy locked in the car to keep them safe. Tip breaks free from the car and shines a light on the Gorg, drawing their attention to O as he holds up the rock. The Gorg ship approaches and O appears to be crushed, but the machine pulls back, and O is miraculously unscathed. Tip and Lucy rush over to O and embrace him. The Gorg vessel lands, and O hands over the shusher rock to the Gorg. The Gorg exits its suit and reveals itself as a benign starfish-like creature. The rock contains the Gorg's offspring, and the creature thanks O before departing. O becomes a hero to both humans and Boov. O finally gets to throw his long-awaited party at his apartment, with a mix of humans and Boov in attendance. Tip plays her music and teaches the Boov how to dance. We then see that other Boov, including Smek, are partying on the moon, while spaceships from other planets head to Earth to attend O's celebration.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications, to stay up to date with all our latest videos.